streams with something that says initializing, like on screen. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm. And just like that, we're on stage.
And there we are.
Hello, world.
Hello, world. Another Frenzy Freestyle Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
There's an intro.
Yeah. Just play Spins Beats off somebody's phone into the speaker.
There you go. How are you guys doing?
Just doing okay. Today was this weekend was a build IKEA furniture sort of weekend. Ooh. Yeah. I have things to reveal, but they can maybe wait a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, God, what did I even do? I don't know. I've been busy.
Yeah, tell me about it. This today, and then watch some Transformers videos online, as I usually do when I get bored.
Nice.
Well, there you go, eh?
Oh my God, a whole bunch of Xbox buddies and I got into a Transformers conversation the other night, and I showed them the oh God, how do I put this in the friendly segment? The reach around video.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God,
even
not being Transformer fans, those guys just lost it.
Yeah,
they loved it.
See, what I like to do is I like to hop on YouTube and I like to watch those videos of people reacting to like the 1986 movie and the G1 cartoon. I like to do that sometimes to see like people's first reactions.
That's funny. I didn't know people were doing that.
Yeah, it's a big thing. If you search it up, there's just a huge thing of people sitting there and recording their first reactions to the series and the movie and how they compare it to the original versus the Michael Bay stuff. So you get a pretty cool, like, new generation.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Experience. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. I'm tired. I'm right now working on the 86 movie stuff. I just got to the point where Megatron's transforming into his gun and shooting. I have done a lot.
I'm going to be interested to see how you get him to shrink and fit into Starscream's hand. Genuinely.
It's called a racer.
I wouldn't be surprised if you show up with big muscles from how tired you are from transforming toys all day.
I know. I mean, I've got 2 YouTube channels, and I don't think I've ever been out of breath before from making videos. I'm just saying.
It's called I've been on the rush. I've been trying to get all this done. I really want to show you guys.
He's like, if I have to transform this Megatron one more time.
I had a bunch of problems, unfortunately, mainly with trying to have the setup stay because all the Transformers might knock over everything. And also, I'm taking Fear Courage's idea on gluing the tire onto Brawn's back. I haven't done it yet because I lost it. And how convenient it's in the hand of Blue Streak, and I had no clue.
Hey, James.
I just like to say, I just like to briefly ask who that person is there and what he did with the real Deceptikitty.
I'm in disguise.
Yeah.
He's wearing a mustache.
Oh my God, it's him.
What's a mustache, Rod?
It's Merman.
So it is the month of November, so wearing the mustache, or Movember, I should say. So that's like a men's health type of support thing. So I thought I was getting bushy at Halloween, so I'm like, I got to shave it off. And I thought, okay, well, now's a good time just to keep the stash.
Well, Deceptikitty, if that's actually you, blink twice.
Well, welcome to James Coleman. He says, hey guys, Shiba Kobe mentioned rare in front the start appearance. James also says hey to Micah and Lana and to Impactor, and Professor D says wait till you guys see all my new transforming muscles. And it's funny as you guys are thinking that, I think a bunch of cool shorts would be those old school like 20-minute workout, but it's like you're doing a 20-minute transformation of a character. So it's like you have to do like 3 reps of transforming Megatron, 10 reps of transforming someone else.
Well, you hear about HasLab Unicron and how everybody's like, it's been 30 minutes, I'm sweaty, I'm exhausted, I'm dead. I think that could be a thing.
So I had an interesting question involving the toys. I kind of wanted to get your guys' kind of expertise on it. It seems like today a lot of people like things to be super easy and just quick, like you don't have to spend a lot of
I
time
don't
on
like
it.
easy at all.
Hey man, I don't want to start any problems here. I don't want to. Listen. You and your Megatron muscles. I'm on your side.
To me, it's not necessarily about easy or hard versus intuitive and unintuitive. Doesn't mind if it's a long, complicated transformation, but if I can like muscle memory it like in my hand while I'm doing something else, that's a good one. But if it's something I've owned for a long time and I'm like, I got to look at the instructions, I got to check some pictures, I got to look at a video, that's unintuitive and that's not good.
Fear courage. There's a funny thing with me. I don't ever search up a video or instructions. I just transform the toy back and forth until I have it grinded in my head.
Yeah, I
I've
could
never
too when I was 14. It doesn't work
Yeah.
that way when you're older.
No.
man.
It's called when you have ADHD, you forget a lot of things, especially where I place things. For an instance, how I forgot to place a bronze tire. But I can remember a lot. By the age of 5, I was able to transform back and forth my leader Optimus Prime that I got, which unfortunately
Nice.
RIP in the chat for because it broke into pieces.
When I was 5, I probably could have transformed my
And
parents'
also, this is
car,
what
man.
Megatron looks like trying to be transformed into a gun for the stop motion.
Oh yeah, because you probably got to sub them out real quick, right? Because that's a tank one, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping. So my plan is for Christmas to hope to get the KO knockoff of the MP Megatron, where he transforms into the smaller variant of his MP toy that turns into a gun, and then to try and redo this entire shuttle attack scene because I'm gonna keep this stop motion because this is the debut of a very first 3-minute stop motion I've ever created. Which,
boy.
for the heads up, from Thursday to now, that's a 3-day project.
That's
Which would
basically
be
a
the
day,
longest.
a minute a day.
Enjoy it, man.
Not-
Because once you turn 18, you start getting lame stuff for Christmas.
Not true. That is never going to be true in my family.
You got stuff for Christmas after you're 18?
Yeah, I got bath mats and towels.
I give my parents I give my parents memorabilia, and they give me in return Transformers.
But you know what? Bath mats and towels, those are functional gifts. I mean, then there's socks, sweaters.
Yeah, but
Somebody
I'll
in
take
one
a
of the groups
sweater
the
over
other day they custom made a Starscream bath mat.
No, that's
Oh.
different. I would enjoy
Okay,
that.
I'd pay money for that.
That's what I private message guy like, listen, dude, I will pay money for that. I don't care if the old lady's gonna have my head for screwing up her bathroom. It's going in the bathroom.
Listen, I will
Did you
100%
get a
have my
deal with him?
girlfriend come over and have a King Star Scream whole bath setup.
That would be cool.
I think I'd get a lot of looked at. That was true.
I wonder if someone
lying.
somewhere has a Megatron throne bathtub or toilet.
Oh, I know.
Like the
a person who
Nemesis
does.
one.
I mean, Mr. Magnus is into construction. I'm not gonna doubt that he has one, honestly.
Speaking of, where is Mr. Magnus?
Well, he mentioned that he'll be in a TELETRAAN 2 segment.
Probably somewhere like saving the world. Whenever he's not here, he's always like, I'm off like...
No, he's in his Megatron throne
He's at-
bathtub. That's where he's at. When he gets out, we're all going to make fun of him because he was in his Megatron throne bathtub with his rubber ducky.
I'm hitting myself in the
and
face.
he's going to
as
have
fast as
no
I
idea
can.
what we're talking
With
about.
his Decepticon bath bombs.
See, if we had made this joke hours earlier, I would have photoshopped and I would have found a picture of Magnus and the throne and put it together. It would have been perfect.
I think there's a whole
The
untapped
bath
market there.
And instead of little rubber duckies, you could have had like little rubber bombshells, bath bombshells.
Wait, why
Dissolving
are there
energon
bombshells in the
cubes.
bathroom? Megatron, why are there bombshells in the bathroom?
Are you trying to
I'm
start
seriously confused here.
Oh, you are? Okay, yeah.
I mean, this poor man is going to watch this back and he's going to cause hell on all of us.
Mr. Magnus in the bathtub.
No, he's just gonna get a fourth Unicron, and then that process of everyone's Transformers just migrating to his place.
It's like, my God, if he ever assembles enough of them, we're looking at a full-scale apocalyptic event.
Imagine an armada of Unicrons.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go and take my bubble bath.
That would be an interesting, a whole solar system instead of 9 planets. Well, not planets, but all 9 of them are Unicrons.
God, is he gonna eat our house?
Earth would be what is it, Cybertron or Primus? Because we have a Primus toy. He just hasn't gotten the HasLab variant of the Primus yet.
Mm-hmm.
See, now I'm just thinking about how
investment.
Like Siege and everything else that was put out in 2019 had battle damage, so they were all just very dirty. So I'm like, nothing in that line had taken a bath. That's why they all looked like that.
Well, I repainted my Megatron.
Yeah, you cleaned him up, right?
I didn't clean him up. I just Sharpied all over him silver, and then did a polishing of gunmetal gray throughout him with a dry brush.
Oh, no, it's not gunmetal gray because you're saying it wrong. Gunmetal gray.
Gunmetal gray.
Gunmetal.
Right. Yeah, nice.
You gotta say it right. Otherwise, it's not gunmetal.
Gunmetal gray.
Totally.
Yeah. So, maybe this is a good moment for me to show off my big basement find.
Let's do it.
Yeah, cool. that I said I forgot what I was doing on the weekend. That's what I was doing on the weekend. I was doing yard work while my family was cleaning the basement out. They're like, no, you work outside. We'll work inside. So this was something of mine from, I believe, Christmas 2000, when Beast Machines was the big thing. And this was, at the time, the second largest Transformer ever created. Only Fort Max was bigger. So this is the much disliked Beast Machines Supreme Cheetor with his box.
Oh.
Yeah. And
box and all.
Yeah, everything. And, I checked it out. Everything is in here. You just get his tail out.
It's the giant Cheetor! The giant Cheetor has come back for revenge!
The big selling point, and they advertised this when they showed him off in, early Transformers internet, was he's the size of an actual cat in his cat mode. And the kicker is, he's got lights and sounds, and they still work.
Killer.
Nice.
The giant Cheetor has come back for revenge!
If I can show that off better on camera. Yeah.
That's cool.
Growls, move the face around. Real fun gimmick here, where he has a sort of a pump-action shotgun in his palm that can shoot some missiles. And I'll try not to make these fly everywhere. Listen closely.
Kaboom!
Didn't show up too well, but he shot both missiles.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's a cool toy.
The giant
crap.
Cheetor, so with how I got that idea, so there's this meme out there of the giant Bumblebee versus Megatron. So replace that just with... Uh-oh. Who is that?
Somebody's got a fire alarm.
Yeah. Oh. Is that Alpha Trimerity announcing his arrival?
The Decepticons have breached our fortress.
Yeah.
Was that your side or was that him?
That was him.
As we jump over to the comments, Richard says, "Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Sorry, it's been a bit, but I've been a bit since I've been able to join. Life's been a bit busy. Just got home from work, but I got to take care of my mom. She's not feeling well." And also says, "Hopefully I can join you guys next week. Take care until all are what."
Yeah, sorry to hear about your mom. Hope she's feeling better soon.
Yeah.
Well wishes.
And James says, "It's too bad that TF Cybertron didn't have a Unicron versus Primus battle. It would have been a universal smackdown."
Yeah.
What is that god doing?
It's a bit of a downside of them.
Why is Alpha Trion doing the weird stuff?
Did you
sorry,
appear in Transformers Cybertron? Or
Me? I wasn't really in the fandom at the time, but I was aware of it.
I will say Cybertron and Energon have two of the worst intros to any TV series I've ever seen.
Wow.
In my honest opinion, my favorite, like, if I had to look back at all the shows, I'd have to say, for me, in my first, like, second and first place, it's hard to, like, combat, but in first place would be Transformers Prime's, all their designs and ideas, and second place would have to be RID 2001. And then third place would be Transformers, what is it called? Transformers, I can't say the name. I gotta remember it. Why can't I remember this name?
It's okay,
Describe
take
it
your
to me.
time.
But, like, I liked the Transformers RID 2001 specifically for all the scenes that we see and all the noises and, well, music in specific. But who was that just came in out of nowhere?
That was
Professor D.
yeah.
Wait, Professor D, he looks a lot different now than the last time I saw him.
Well, it was the man, the myth, the legend.
There you go. As he was
So-
escaping from Alcatraz or something.
Explain how he could have gotten there. What did he do? Did he commit some, like, murdering? Did he murder Optimus Prime or the next Primes, like Sentinel Prime did?
The Children of Primus does not promote the murdering of primes.
Megatron does, however.
Yeah, exactly. And Starscream. Shiva Kobe says, I had a face plant last Sunday. I ordered a Studio Series 86 Bone Crusher,
Wait,
and
what?
I had to do it with Mom with me, and boy, she wasn't happy about that. I had to tell her it didn't oblige me to buy it.
GameStop will do that.
I love ripping primes in half. Wait, why is my voice like this?
Sentinel's not fine.
Yeah. So I transformed this guy really quick while we're talking because he has like a
cool.
simple transformation.
What in tarnations is that?
This is what he
has
looked like on the show. He had
new
these weird
chicken legs. He got
Yeah.
the new chicken legs. Starscream. Oh my goodness! Why do I not have chicken legs?
And look, you could make him talk. He should be
Oh.
the one hosting the show instead of me.
Prime, I can talk now. I have very bad vocal
Hi,
cords.
I'm Cheetor, and I'm entering my streamer era.
So, stupid question. Since you found him, in the proverbial basement, and he still works, is he still working off the original batteries?
I wonder about that, and I'm a little concerned. I just found him yesterday. I have not cracked that compartment open.
I would
Yeah,
definitely
I
crack
would-
that
I would
compartment open.
100% crack open that apartment.
yeah. Like I was surprised everything was working. My cousin Nick, I had his that I was trying to sell at TFCon, and his electronics didn't work. The lights worked, the sounds didn't. So to have everything in this guy working is exceptional. And I wonder if I switched the batteries at some point, but I genuinely do not remember that I still had this guy.
Shiba Kobe is saying.
Yeah, Shiva Kobe says, man, we need Brownlee voice processing. Impactor could be a legit Megatron.
Well, that is true.
Well, I mean, it's funny with some of the battery operated Transformers or toys. If it's not motion wise and it's mostly like just lights and sound, like some of those batteries surprisingly can last a couple decades.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's only like a couple seconds you ever really use them.
Well, Prime Killer, the Unicron that I sent you, which original for the time, I never cracked open the batteries, and didn't it still work when you got it?
Yeah, and I played with it a bunch of times. Like his eyes still turned red, his hands still turned red. It was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's the Armada. No, not Armada.
I think
Help
it's
me out, Prime Killer.
I think it's Energon.
Yeah.
It's one of those three shows for sure.
Yeah,
It's
if
within
it's
that
orange,
Unicron.
if it's properly orange like Unicron's supposed to be, then it's Armada Unicron from 2002. And if it's black and green, it's Energon Unicron from like 2003, 2004.
It's orange.
Yeah, so yeah, it's the 2002
I
one.
own that same one.
This is only a couple years older than that, so maybe the batteries haven't like reached their death date yet.
I will say, since we're bringing up Beast Wars, I have this game store at the mall across the street, and I never
Wait, you
plan
still
on
got mall?
playing it. Yeah, Those are a bit before your time.
Not
But
before my time. I know all about it. Not to mention, I've been to arcades before, similar to them.
they're dying, man. They're dying. But
They're really dying, but I've been to a few.
it's from the N64 days. It's like a Beast Wars game. I don't plan on playing it because I heard it sucks, but I want to pick it up just to have it
I
because
think
I haven't seen
that
one before.
got
Yeah,
Decepticon
Transmetal.
interested.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it the fighting game? Yeah. the N64 version was like terrible, but the PS1 version was okay. Because the whole point of it was it was a fighting game, but also because you could transform and stuff, you could like move around the arena a lot. But for some reason, the N64 version, they decided to not let you do that and force you to be right up in front of each other. So yeah,
I'm sure it had to do with like space limitations. If I also have the Armada game, which I think is 10 times better. So
Also, I discovered some things. I mean, it's the fun part of not having instructions, but I discovered actually you're supposed to turn these on Inferno. And man, I do love, so I'd always like pull up the head like this, and I didn't realize, man, I love gimmicks from back then. Wait, nope, wrong one. Wait, why is it not working?
it's supposed to have a dramatic head reveal, but it's camera shy.
You push it this way, and the head comes
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
Which I love the gimmicks, and which I'll keep bringing up. We need gimmicks back.
Yeah.
ASAP.
I think more figures should have pump action shotgun missile type things like this guy does.
I think that belongs to Ironhide specifically, or
So-
maybe Hound.
Fear of Courage. So is that like the center of your collection now? Is that like going to be your new favorite piece?
I wonder. I mean, it's bigger than anything I have. I was like, I should do a review of this for kicks, but I'm like, it's not going to fit in my photo booth.
Mudflap are my next like golden piece in my collection, especially with me now fixing them. Yeah, it turns out they have a bunch of very tight parts that I immediately unscrewed, so I did not break. Man, I love how... Why haven't they gone back to screws? That's my only question, because I think having screws back then were also a lot easier to fix the toys themselves.
Screws are expensive.
During school, Inferno's arm got so loose that it just made me angry, so I just tightened his arm, and now it's perfectly not loose anymore.
I mean, I've still
and also
tightened screws on modern figures, so they still use them sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. So, like, for example, even on Bumblebee, the back of his legs have screws, but for the most part, he's mainly pins. And the reason is that he has so many small components, small parts. So there's pins here, but you can see on the inside of his calf, there's a screw, and the back of his thigh, there's a screw. But yeah, the rest are majority pins. So screws are very expensive, and there's a place for them, but not as often, especially not anymore.
personally, I think that we need more soda variants of Optimus Prime.
No, we
so
already
much.
have the
Dr.
black.
Pepper?
We have the black Reaper color of him as his dead body for a monster. Then what else do we have? His
Pepsi.
Yeah,
Pepsi.
Pepsi. That's what you're referring to.
Yeah, recently
his
one of
white
those
and
Pepsi
red
Primes
design.
sold for $25,000. Now, granted, it was
What?
sealed, it was graded, slabbed, but it sold for $25,000.
Is that the most expensive Transformer?
No,
It sounds like it. 20. Well, okay, what's more expensive?
Maybe the original Metroplex might be one of the more like the first. Not
no,
the first one, I'm talking
he's
War
not. He's
for
not
Cybertron.
expensive at all.
War for Cybertron. I'm talking War for Cybertron. The video game Metroplex might be one of the more expensive ones. Or Omega Supreme. Who else? Tripticon. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not in that
you're
price
calling out
range.
names there. No,
Your
they're not.
prototype. How much is prototype Unicron? I don't even think prototype Unicron would go for 25.
There's a few prototype, so on
I'm
eBay and
sure he
online,
would
there's a
nowadays.
few prototypes actually.
Yeah.
I have plans to actually buy 2 of the prototypes. There's a prototype of 86 Brawn, which I really want to get my hands on.
Mhm.
And there's a prototype of Ironhide here that I want to buy and turn into a Transformers Prime Breakdown. Because there's a bunch of upgrade kits out there for it, and I definitely want to make one.
I was showing Toy Warp at that same game store I was telling you about. They had graded original Transformers G1s, and I saw that they had a graded Grimlock that was going for like $4,000.
4.
If he was graded, he'd have to be sealed for $4,000.
He
I
was
just
sealed.
went through and priced. Yeah,
He was, yeah.
Okay, I just went through and priced, so I'm really fresh in my head for the Grimlock toys because I wanted a sealed Grimlock to take to the Greg Berger thing, to have him autograph. It was not within the budget before I was going to see Greg
Wow.
Berger.
Yeah, I was looking. It was like the number on it was like 9.3, and it was like $4,300.
That's about right. Unless you have
That's crazy.
CBR, then it'd be about $2,000.
Yeah, about $2,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to try and use their pricing specifically
Money.
to get a deal.
And Shiva Kobe says, I have a fully working old secondhand G1 Galvatron, 9-volt battery. The darn thing still lights, sound, and everything. And
Solid.
same here. It's funny playing back that Galvatron and just listening to those sounds. And like they sold us that when we were kids.
They had back in the day. They had different 9-volt batteries. That isn't to say that they don't have the same 9-volt batteries as you do
I'm
now.
shocked
But
you
they had
guys
a
did hear my
unique kind of 9-volt battery that was used for different applications. And sometimes if you have those, they're super long lasting. And like, yeah, I have a couple of those for guitar pedals specifically. So yeah, those 9-volt batteries are pretty incredible.
I just disconnected my headphones and Cheez-Its was blasting the A6 movie.
Oh, yeah. Another thing that I wanted to mention that I picked up was.
Did you get another one of the blind bags?
Oh, I did actually. I'll save that for later. I did get another another Blokey, and this is not from the first series, so it's a whole different lineup of figures.
Interesting.
I'm hoping you get Bumblebee or Sideswipe.
Yeah, me
I
too.
guess one of those I'm going to be shocked.
I also picked up Transformers 1 Optimus, which I was just in the process of starting to unbox, which is why his twist tie's hanging there.
Another cash cow.
Yeah, sure. Funny thing, they imported this all the way from BC for me because I got it from GameStop and was like, "You guys still ship between stores, right?" And they're like, "Yeah," we still got it in stock all the way in Vancouver, BC, which for the non-Canadians, it's like if I'm in New York, they said they were going to ship it in from California, so thanks to them for handing this off to me.
That Optimus and the A6 Bumblebee have been declared the next cash cows because they're still in stores.
Well, I couldn't find them. I had to get. I mean, I didn't have to pay extra, but they had to bring one from.
Maybe not for you Canadians. There's a lot in my Target.
Well.
And I mean, like duplicates after duplicates.
Yeah.
It's
anyway,
concerning.
Since I brought it up, you guys probably want to see what's in here anyway.
Yes. But like, I've never seen this many ever since.
What's the chase figure?
Okay, the chase figure this time is a secret version of Soundwave. Looks like he comes with Laserbeak, maybe some more metallics. Yeah.
What's the chance you get that? How crazy would that be?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
I kind of wanted them to still have Series 1, but I guess these are doing well enough at my comic shop that they, sold through them and were like, well, let's get the next series. I'm
going to be soon at my comic shop. They just started getting A6 Optimus, and I'm going to try and save up my money and pick up one. It's only going for $120.
Yeah, let's...
Is that typical Commander class prices?
Not usually. My comic book shop, unfortunately, overprices maybe over maybe like $10 or $20, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but you're searching online, it's going for $86 specifically or $100.
Okay.
It's only $20.
Actually, question of fear is actually two people asking. So Sheba's asking, where do they sell Blokies, in stores or online only? And RJ Eagle is also saying, good question, where do you buy the Blokies, Anthony?
Now, maybe the Americans can speak to this. I've heard that in the U.S., Walmart is starting to carry them.
They are, actually.
Yeah, but in Canada, you can only get them online. My comic shop, my local comic book shop, just gets them in, and I just buy them there. Because they're even though comic shops typically upcharge, it's less than 10 Canadian dollars, so...
Yeah, I saw a few blind bags at Walmart, and I think it was Series 2 that they had. Yeah.
I know. So I was going to say, I'm from New York, so I'm very close to Canada, and it's actually cheaper to get that stuff from Canada than it is to have it come all the way from California.
Not for me. If I'm trying to buy something from Canada, shipping is...
Do you go up to Montreal, or do you order it?
Wait, what?
From New York, would you go up to Canada and Montreal, or where?
Yeah, so I'm up by the border. Canada, the Canadian border is about an hour and a half for me. So
Okay.
it's a lot easier to travel up to Canada. And people actually come down to New York quite often to pick stuff up. So it's like an hour drive.
So I got one of the Constructicons in here, and I'm trying to figure out which one because it's all purple ligature and green parts. But
I'm assuming. Let me see that. Show me the front part, like the front of it. It looks like scavenger.
there's a chest plate.
Oh no, that's Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher.
Yeah, all right. So I got Bone Crusher. So that's who I'm going to be building as we speak.
Sweet.
Cool. Well, actually, we're going to catch up on some news, but also share the link that Deceptikitty sent me in the background.
And
let's see
I
if
have how many now? I have 4 new stop motions to share. 3 that are not long, and the final ones. Oh my goodness, grief!
So Make Toys Robot MT CDO1 Optimus Striker Magnus Complete No Card Prime for $99,999 on eBay.
That's like buying a mansion in Maui.
Okay, so this is pretty crazy. We were talking about really expensive Transformers, so I went ahead and just did a search on eBay what sold recently for a high value. So you can you can see here 5 sold. So I found this in the sold section. So how is this possible? This is a third party, obviously. It's not worth this much. So why does this happen? So
Somebody's laundering some money. That's how.
that's funny. That's one way to do it. But what's
like
actually happening here is
Bill
that
Murray's mansion.
I wonder what they're actually doing here is when they have no inventory left, they still want to keep this listing on eBay. So for the final one, they'll increase the price. So maybe it was $100, $200 before. And so they'll increase the price until they get more stock in, and then they'll lower the price down. I guess what this does is it keeps this figure advertising floating around, and it maybe increases the value for,
That seems like an overkill, wouldn't you say, guys?
No, it didn't occur to me until I see it now that it has like multiples available, right? So it's clearly here 5 sold and 1 left. The idea is probably he had 5 available to begin with.
That's like, as I'll say, a duplicate of what I was saying again. That's like the cost of Bill Murray's mansion.
I think his mansion is a little more than $100K.
Or maybe more, but like, that's the most expensive I've seen a Transformer go for.
Yeah, but as you could tell, this isn't real. So how do you feel about this practice to just keep the listing up, although he's out of stock? I think that's
I say
annoying,
lucrative, and annoying.
Well, I don't think anyone's actually going to pay for that. That's the idea.
No, and I mean, it is eBay, where it's like, things just, I mean, not to say it's a scammer's playground, but just things don't make sense on eBay at certain times.
Yeah.
That is very, very true.
I'm
and
sure
it's annoying because some legitimate things don't fly on eBay, but weird things like this, fly under the radar.
I'm sure that, like, for him, it's a good business practice because it keeps eyes on his shop. But at the same time, it's also going to kill his credibility a little bit. So it's kind of a double-sided sword right there.
Yep.
I agree. He only has 48 reviews, so yeah, he's got a long way to go.
Even more blokies. Oh yeah, these are like even smaller ones that they're apparently making. And they're finally doing a thing that I thought they ought to do from day one, which is they're doing vehicle mode ones too.
I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
So is there like a thing where you collect robot and vehicle mode and try to get both?
Yeah. Like, my understanding about how these ones work is that they sell separate blind packs that are like Optimus in vehicle mode, like you can see there.
Quick question: is there I saw in that like box packaging, I saw Slag on there. Is there a robot form of him instead of Dino mode?
It's both of them on the back of this. There's a dinosaur mode 1 and a robot mode 1, and they're like sold separately.
I mean, just a crazy thought.
Separately.
just a crazy thought. But if you want a Transformer that's got both, robot and alt mode, you can just buy a Transformer. All the Ultra Magnus Hot Wheel.
That's Prowl. We got then Ultra Magnus, Nemesis Prime, Inferno, and I can't tell who the heck that is at the bottom.
Oh, more Hot Wheels, eh?
Yeah, the only one I recognize is Ultra Magnus, but that's why I saw that post earlier. I thought somebody had just
That's the
posted up just
KO
for the Ultra
knockoff
Magnus.
variant of what's his name, Sentinel Prime and Bayverse.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the like full case of other non-Transformers stuff that just
Yeah, that's
has
what
the
I
Ultra
thought.
Magnus there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Also, when we go out of full screen, I have another character I just recently recompleted.
Cool.
Is
we
that
also
the
have
dead body of Starscream?
Skybound's Transformers number 13 gets a second printing.
While number 1 points and laughs. Yeah, they keep reprinting number 1. That's what they mean by that.
My dad and I have collected at least maybe 7 different copies of issue number 1 by now.
Yeah. I'll admit, I'm picking these all up. I'm a little behind on the current story just because I have so many other things to do.
Have you read the latest comic at least?
No, I have not. I have it. I have not read it
All
yet.
I have to say is that there is a new Decepticon that they introduce into the comics, in which, be aware, once I make money, I'm going to be creating a custom toy of it.
Yeah, well, as you should.
The weirdest issue I have, it's a weird like 4-way crossover that's got the Transformers in it, Scooby-Doo, Batman, and the Ninja Turtles. And I was like, you know what? I'll pick that up for $1.25. Why not?
What
Why
book
not?
is that?
I don't. It was under the name Generations, and I don't know. It was a weird like. It was a weird like 3-issue series. It was really interesting. I don't think they've released the other 2 yet.
It up. Ooh.
I will say, if they had Mystery Inc. in the '86 movie, Optimus would still be alive.
Are you sure about that?
They unmask Unicron, and it's just been Orson Welles all along.
Oh
be
my
funny.
goodness.
This whole time, it's just been Deceptikitty.
Maybe that Unicron toy, like the original toy, would work best for that.
So remember to mention everyone, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And another news item, new Transformers Eternal War mobile game coming in 2025. Now, does anyone have information on that?
Impactor, please don't spend all your money on DLC.
I'm not going to spend all my money on DLC. I'll buy the free game of it, and then I'll just quickly, I'll spend 2 all-nighters just building up until I have, like, maybe 100 million different Autobots and Decepticons.
I mean, that's slightly healthier, I guess.
I do that. I did that with Transformers Angry Birds. I was already at maybe level 2,000 in 2 all-nighters. I just did a quick online search of how to get through every level fast, and I did that.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Transformers Angry Birds. That's
I was just what?
That's a good
No,
thing.
no,
It
you know what?
existed.
No, you know what? I'm not asking. I'm not asking.
I actually enjoyed playing that for a short while.
Yeah. It was a thing.
Had to have, because Angry Birds was very popular. Very unfortunately, it was a long time ago, but Angry Birds was very, very popular.
Yeah, man.
There's the accursed Tetrajet that Mr. Magnus got so angry about.
And they're reissuing it in a 4-pack.
Hey, wait, guys! Before
Double insult to injury.
Just have that as the main picture, and to make Mr. Magnus mad. Don't tell him I said that. And if you do, I will send my bounty hunters after you.
Yeah, the box art is another Tetrajet. Oh, I'd say with Megatron, too. That's not how the Megatron alt mode looks either.
Yeah, that is just not what they change into. That's because that's because the Megatron and the Starscream are like old figures that they released in Transformers 1 packaging, whereas at the very least the Optimus and Bumblebee are like new toolings.
That is crazy.
What in the locos? And here is the new one I've recently finished fixing. I found my Alpha Prime's Alpha Trion.
Hey, remember when he was a lion in the movie? It's because of this figure. It's even got the unicorn horn.
Very cool. What's the meaning of that unicorn horn?
Is he a unicorn, My Little Ponies crossover?
I know. It's just there's no reason. They just did that. That's just part of its design.
And he transforms into his jet form. And also, stop motion time.
It just looks like he's like a big pee-pee on his head, honestly.
Megatron has one in his chest.
Ooh.
Oh.
Special effects.
Yep. This is what I did after your guys' group.
It looks like somebody got a higher allowance.
Yeah.
I didn't get a higher allowance. It's just called skill and time.
You mean it's like we can do VFX now? This opens up a door.
I've been doing VFX for a while. It's just I haven't really done it in a while because I've been trying to focus more on the manual effect
control the
creating
horizontal.
explosions.
We control the vertical.
And here's another one, which is Bayverse, and well, thankfully Mr. Magnus is not here for this.
You're not doing the rest of it any favors either.
Nice.
Holy
Yeah, this
crap.
is painful and agonizing to do.
I don't know why, but something about him just hitting the ragdoll pose at the end was really funny.
Just don't make Jazz get ripped in half.
Yeah.
No, that was just Bayverse stuff right there. I just did what I'm honestly shocked, honestly. I had actually both of the 2007 toys for that scene specifically.
I will give you your flowers though, because I've seen a lot of very, very crappy attempts at stop motions, and yours are very, very fluid. So I will give you your flowers. I've seen a lot of poor attempts.
Oh, trust me, I've seen them too.
And RJ
And then
Eagle
here's another one.
also says very cool stop motion. Awesome.
Thank you. And here's another one. This is a TLK scene.
Oh boy.
Wait one sec. Wait after this.
Just the transformations themselves are always impressive. Like that. Especially because those are like complicated movie studio series figures. So you got to like know how they transform and then be able to convey that in motion.
Well, I had Bumblebee in specific. I had him for at least how many years now? 5 years. I got him specifically right during Christmas from my aunt. And well, unfortunately, I did not treat him very well, so he went to pieces for a while, and now I rebuilt him finally. And the
That just makes him film accurate.
The crosshairs I got maybe like 2 years ago, and well, I like him. And well, the drift I got him just now. And well, I already knew how to transform him after going to many places and while bringing a Transformer toy with me everywhere.
If you want to make it easier, just get the remote control Transformer 1 figures that transform with the remote control.
No, thank you. That's too expensive for me. I'm not paying $258,000.
That's a betrayal of the craft anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I got some reveals too.
Oh, yeah, by all means.
Well, who has reveals still? That's all I need to know, because I then want to share the 86 stop motion scene that I got.
Well, I got some reveals. You guys know, I'm only G1, so collecting G1 stuff every week isn't the easiest. So starting off this week, it's some Star Blazers. I got a buddy on Xbox who sat me down and went through the entire Star Blazer saga. Actually, really entertaining. But these are like the condensed comics that came out for the original that didn't come out like with the cartoons, but came out like 3 or 4 years later. But I actually got these for my buddy, so I'll be sending them that.
Cool. In good shape. Wow.
And then, since I'm so into the transportation-related toys, Sarasota Toy Museum, last week after the show was done, I asked, for the Hot Wheels stuff in the back to borrow it.
Whoa.
Nice.
This is a 1998 playset. It isn't complete, but I can make some parts work for it. But they actually donated it to the channel since it wasn't complete, and they are more into action figures and comics. Yeah, they said, "Hey, man, you want this stuff? Just come and get it."
So what's missing from it is my question.
One of the platforms here. Let me see if I can put it. Yeah, the second platform is missing, along with 2 of the supports, and that's about all that's missing. So it shouldn't be too hard to find and complete to get a video done on it.
I'm sure you could find just the pieces on eBay. I wouldn't be surprised if someone just sells just flat out pieces like that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And then, at last, the box is a little rough, but Also got the 1996 Hot Wheels Power Loop set.
Nice.
It's in a little rougher shape than the garage. It's a lot less pieces, that's for sure. But it's a little rougher shape, so I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. But still really cool to have from 1996.
They say something's better than nothing, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And James says you got legendary Leiji Comics Toy Warp.
Legendary Leiji Matsumoto. Since I'm guessing that's the artist because
okay.
Trailblazers was an anime.
I was looking through it, and it looks like all just screenshots lifted right from the cartoon. So I'm assuming that's the original animator for the cartoon.
Leiji Matsumoto, I think he's a manga artist.
Okay.
To anime artist. Maybe he worked on the anime, but I know him as a manga.
I mean, his job must have been to make it look exactly like the anime. Wow, it looks like it's straight up out of the anime.
Oh yeah,
that's good.
That is impressive. And it's funny you're showing that. RJ Eagle says, "OMG Toy Warp, that's amazing. Star Blazer / comic book. How did you get that? I'm a big fan."
Sarasota Toy Museum. They were having a $1 comic day. I found these outside for $5 a piece.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
I will say that I have a reveal coming in the next couple of weeks as well, so I've got something cool to show off that you guys might enjoy.
You ordered something?
What'd you say?
You ordered something?
Yeah, I ordered. It's an original tour guide from the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of our Shells tour.
Ooh,
nice.
I found it on eBay for $20.
That's cool. That's a cool piece of memorabilia. Right on.
Now, before we round up for the evening, it is almost 8:50, so we don't want to go overtime because we have our guest in our next segment. I do quickly want to mention, rest in peace to Tony Todd.
Yeah,
we just found out about them, and surprisingly, I mean, I would say in some cultures, there's always an actor that, they're in every movie, every TV show, and at times you forget their name. But Tony Todd, like, I've remembered him from many shows, like Lean On Me. He was like the head security. I mean, many people know him from, actually I have my list here somewhere, but actually I will pull up his Transformers related work where he was Dreadwing in Transformers Prime.
No!
I will say it's very sad because unlike other people, I didn't see him get his flowers nearly as much. Yes. So it's sad that he only got his flowers after he passed away.
I fully agree with
How
that.
dare they kill my boy Dreadwing?
And he was also the voice for the Fallen in the Transformers movie.
I did not know that.
And for many of us who are also fans of Star Trek, he played Worf's brother Kern.
Yeah.
This is also him here as well. Actually, I just pulled up my Discord because I made a note to myself, and let's see, where is it? Yeah, so he was in, I mean, he's got a plethora of work, but Colors, Lean On Me, Night of the Living Dead. A lot of people remember him from the Candyman movies.
Yeah, of course.
Final Destination, and also Masters of the Universe. He was the voice of Scareglow.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a very diverse actor, so I say if you haven't seen a lot of his stuff, go and check it out because for the time that we had him, he really put a lot of things up to a platform that reached a huge audience.
I agree with that.
I adored Dreadwing when he first debuted in Transformers Prime, specifically because of how he beat up Starscream.
Yeah.
This
is why I'm like, this guy's voice at least, because he has a very unique voice. And
very true.
So every role of his had that going.
So, condolences to his family and close friends of his.
Mm-hmm.
It came out of nowhere, too. Like, I didn't expect it. I just logged on one day and saw it, and I was like, what?
Well, same as myself. It was only within a Facebook group that in a kind of the other person mentioned it as well, where someone along the line mentioned he passed away, and you're like, what do you mean he passed away? Because there's almost no news about it. I think only today the news media is slowly starting to mention it, and he's already passed away a few days ago. Whereas, like,
Yeah,
if it were a big name celebrity, like, within minutes after, like, everybody already knows about it.
yeah, I saw it in an
Let's say
80s
Frank
group, and
Welker
it took like
unfortunately passed
2
away.
years,
That's getting
not 2
out
years, 2
immediately.
days for them to cover it, which is, I think, a little disrespectful.
Yeah, I agree.
I've heard about it for a bit. Speaking
So
of
is it
social
time?
media, in Canada, it seems like there's been a decision to stop TikTok from being available in Canada by the end of
Really?
2024. Yeah,
Interesting.
I saw that
no
about
more TikTok.
America as well.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Reason being is security of information. But then
Yeah.
again, like even 23andMe, all their DNA and data is all leaked. Like no company is necessarily secure. Then
Yeah.
again, nobody likes the Chinese either.
It makes no sense because you're putting
Careful.
it all
I'm
out
just kidding.
there
I'm
on the
so kidding.
it's like it's a tough thing to like go about because every like social media and website, you're giving your information to somebody. So there's always that risk of a data breach because you're always sharing something. So I don't fully understand that. It sounds a little bit personal.
Well, yeah, it's
Um,
politics. That's what it is. China
I
is like
mean,
a competitor.
let's be honest here. Are any of us going to miss TikTok?
I've never been on there. I mean,
Me
I've seen
neither.
plenty of them. I never felt the need to be on there because, the way things from one website get reposted to another. I feel like I've seen all
The
the
only problem
important
I'll have
things
with
on
TikTok
other
going away
channels.
is just because I'll never be able to see all the Donald Trump and all the other memes.
Well, here's what I appreciate about TikTok is that it consolidated. Everyone was using it. It's the most popular thing for this new generation. It's like the next TV advertisement segment. If you put something on TikTok, it's sure to get a wide audience, especially if it's worth a look. So I'm sad that I never really used it because I didn't have that much of a purpose to use it as of yet. But like that just means another platform, Western-based platform, is going to have to take its place.
well, the only reason that I liked it is because I followed like about a bunch of like retro TV channels and stuff, so I could just sit there and scroll through, and I could just watch a bunch of small clips from like Ninja Turtles and Transformers and Dukes of
Yeah.
Hazzard and stuff. So I just do that for a
That's
little
why
bit
we
while I
have
was bored.
YouTube.
Isn't that right? Because it's bite sized, right? It's easy to digest and just flip through. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts has all that now. So
Yeah, YouTube Shorts, I just get every last I've had, maybe. If I had to say, I've at least seen the 86 movie in clips entirely on YouTube
Well,
Shorts.
Prime Killer, I'd like to get your opinion. Like, is there a different flavor of these shorts on TikTok than there are on YouTube Shorts?
Yeah, so with TikTok, it's a little weird because the way that they go about what's allowed is slightly different. Um, when it comes to YouTube, no matter what type of music or whatever, that's a way bigger platform, and I'm very into the business side of stuff. It's something I'm actually going to school for right now.
Nice.
When you're using YouTube, there's so many artists, and TikTok is becoming that as well. But there's so many artists and companies that's connected to it that if you use any music or clips, you could get demonetized and you could immediately get it taken down on YouTube. On TikTok, it's a little bit easier to use that stuff with your free will. But at the end of the day, also, just because they get rid of TikTok, something else is immediately going to take its place. It's a clone of it. It's not going to go away. There's always going to be that next person that wants to create a clone and try to
It's going to be
piggyback off of
Elon
the
Musk.
Remember, because the internet has a short memory. TikTok was the replacement for Vine after they shut it down.
That is correct.
and
That is
Vine was
correct.
the replacement for something else. I remember.
Yeah.
Just like Facebook was the replacement of MySpace. When Facebook goes away, something else is going to take that place. If YouTube ever goes away, something is going
waiting.
to take its place. It's just a constant economical monster where no matter what happens, there's always going to be something to take its place. So it's like you're not really going to miss it because it's going to have its carbon copy. Everything that gets big and everything that finds success is going to have its carbon copies to say.
And Tom from MySpace, he's sitting there working on MySpace 3.5, and he's like,
I can't
2027, I'm coming after all of you.
God,
Wait,
I
did he
can't
say
wait.
that or is that a joke? Because I saw an update on him. He's actually traveling the world right now with all the money that he made
Why
from
not?
He
that
has been
website.
for like the last 20 years. Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
not?
he like posted like one of his first pictures in like 10 years of him like climbing up a mountain a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
So, I'd
Gentlemen,
like,
I'm going to go make sure Jeff gets on, so I'll see you in the next segment.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before we depart, I finished my blokey.
Ooh.
Yeah, funny thing happened with this guy. I couldn't find one of the little internal joints for his feet, and then I'm like, wait, I have extras in my box of stuff from all the other ones. So I just took one from there and finished it that way.
What's up with his head?
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got a face. There's a visor and a mouth.
That is Bone
Alright.
Crusher's face.
It's
Yeah.
time to share the final stop motion.
Oh.
And also to announce I've officially hit 100 subscribers.
Ooh,
Good job, man.
congratulations.
I've hit
Congratulations.
103. So now it's time to get my channel out there and start doing a bunch of more crazy stuff. This will be, you guys get the prequel to see what the 100 subscriber stop motion does look like.
Ooh, nice.
Before you do that, can I just say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Toy Warp, and if I'm able to work that Comic-Con, if you guys are okay with it, I would like to suggest to Dan him being a special guest for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That'd be great.
Definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, connections.
See, the
Can I
secret is
not-
I don't know who this Dan is, but I'm like, yes.
The guy that I talked about last week, Dan, the illustrator.
Oh,
Oh,
Dan.
Dan Kana.
Oh.
Absolutely, buddy. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Bring him on!
if I could get to Comic-Con, because the way that it works is if the workers get in for free and they get all of the booths and stuff for free, I would definitely like to go and bring him up and have him maybe come on and like tell his story of how he got started and stuff. I think it'd be really cool for the channel.
Nice.
Oh,
Great.
what
you.
part would that
Little
be?
interview
Because
with him.
I'd really like to be a part of it, even if it's in TELETRAAN IV2, because I really want to like meet this person.
Who? I'm sorry?
Dan Kana.
Oh, yes, of course.
All right. So
So-
quickly before we round up, Impactor, let's see your prequel.
Wait, audio, I hate this.
Sounded good.
Let me just fix it.
Cool. Yeah.
Ironhide, report to me at once. Every time I look into a monitor cam, my circuit sizzles. When are we gonna start busting Decepticons? I want you to make a special run to Autobot City on Earth, but listen, Ironhide, we don't have enough energon cubes to power a full-scale assault. Ready the shuttle for launch. Your days are numbered now, Decepticon creeps.
Nice.
Nice angles. Awesome.
It's funny. I always think about how he passes behind something when he transforms. So it's like a free parking when it comes to animating the transformation.
This is part is where I get smart.
Bumblebee and Spike here.
Ooh, who's Spike?
Cool. Props in the box.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fun.
cool. That is cool.
Very creative.
Field 2, Spike. Cliff Jumper. Commence countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's that Sentinel Prime playing the role of the shuttle.
Yep.
Wow. Nice.
The irony.
Yeah.
Incredible.
All we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I always forget about like the fast turnaround of these because you can do them so fast. Like you just got that laser beak like last week.
Like some of my other warriors, you never fail me. Playback laser beaks find me. You can
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you got the little thing plugging in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever. Just put them between the boxes.
Ready the shuttle for launch. Now, all we need is a little energon and a lot of luck. More than you imagine, Optimus Prime.
Nice.
Nice.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
bravo.
I will say that if you're able to, my favorite scene from that entire movie, just 'cause
Oh, we're
it's
still
so awesome-
going.
Oh, shit.
Wait, we're
Oh.
still going.
Put it back up. Put it back
What's
up.
the shuttle scene?
No, You missed out the best parts.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was just so well done.
There we go. It's because you included the pause and everything.
Yeah.
Knocking the box over. Like, that's a good solution. It's also a very funny solution.
I love those effects you had too.
Ooh,
This
nice.
is cool.
Yeah, wow.
That's all I was able to get done.
Still, that's like that's above and beyond.
That's kind of
Very
That's
nice.
kind of crazy because I was about to ask because that's my favorite scene in the movie, just with the instruments of destruction in the background, the Decepticons just looking so awesome. I was just about to ask if you could do that scene next, so that's perfect. I can't wait to see it
Leo,
finish.
I'm gonna do the entire thing. So after I'm done your group, I should have at least maybe 30 minutes before I have to go to bed. So the plan is to finish that scene, and then,
Nice.
well, if you guys check out my YouTube channel at all, it'll be posted on there.
Now, do you
Cool.
plan on doing like the whole movie and then putting it all together and
The
posting it all
whole
up at
movie,
once?
maybe. I don't have every character from the movie, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I
like
say-
how would you do the Lithonian stuff? They haven't made figures of any of those guys except for
I
little
can just-
Pranics.
I have a YouTuber friend of mine who actually makes custom characters of a bunch of them, and he does a bunch of giveaways. He'll sometimes do like 5 at a time, and he's done the Lithonians before.
Well, I tell you, if you're able to somehow do that and then post the whole thing as like a full movie, I could guarantee that could get your channel to new heights. Because I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen that done yet. That would be something new and original.
Well, right now I have Dark of the Moon in the works right now, and so ever since I want to recreate the 2007 film for a very long time, I recreated it perfectly. But of course, I have to have a meddlesome cat, and that cat decides, why not I just step all over my my friend's computer, and ended up somehow deleting it after she fell asleep on it.
Oh
No.
Ah,
The
And I
cat
am
ate
in
your
the
homework.
process of trying to recover it.
new age
I
cat ate
recovered-
your homework.
I recovered at least an hour's worth of it, though I doubt it's going to be at all recoverable. So we'll see if I can find the rest of it.
He needs to do well in school. Don't give him any ideas.
Yep. Well, we have
But
to
no, I
end.
do my school no matter what. I usually get done with school by 10 o'clock sometimes.
Well, we're gonna end the stream for the TELETRAAN 1 segment, because we do have to jump over to TELETRAAN 2. But like and subscribe to our channel. Like and subscribe to IMPACTOR Productions. You get to see more of his stop motion, and also says great work from IMPACTOR. So till all are one, as we sign
Rock and
off,
roll.
and go
Till
over
all
to
are one.
You all are
right.
one.
To
I appreciate
TELETRAAN
you guys
2.
having me. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.